Welcome back. I've got another For the Record follow-up for you this morning. You may recall last month I sat down with former U.S. Attorney David Hickton, who's the founding director of Pitt's Institute for Cyber Law, Policy and Security. This morning, my conversation with Hickton continues. This time we're focusing on concerns about the security surrounding our elections. Take a listen to what he had to say.
We're developing policies where none have existed, like we did in the election area. You know, we got smart after 2016, and we're talking about it again now as we speak, because there's now a hack of the Trump campaign and a hack of the Harris campaign, and we think it was Iran. And if you look at the arc of our learning, in 2016, we let that hack be published. The media is now exhibiting great responsibility and not publishing what has been stolen from the Trump campaign, like they did from the Clinton campaign in 2016, because that rewards the hackers. And the FBI is engaged and directly involved. But in 2016, we moved very slowly. I was very frustrated with that. I was very public about that. I wanted to move much faster. And in 2020, one of the great Americans that nobody really knows is Paul Nakasone, who ran Cyber Command. He's just a patriot of the first order in my mind, and he did some really good work together with other federal partners in the 2018 midterm elections, in the 2020 elections, and the 2022 midterm elections, establishing deleterious consequences for those who hacked us from overseas. But you know, if we move to election hacking has been going on for a long time. It is a distinct advertised art of Russian statecraft. Not only was Senator Obama and Senator McCain hacked in 2008, both of them, nobody pays attention to that. Mitt Romney was hacked by the Russians in 2012. But forget that. Russia hacked Estonia in 2007. They hacked the state of Georgia, the nation state of Georgia, in 2008. They hacked Germany, Italy, France. So why would we be surprised when they hacked us in 2016? The question of Russia hacking us is a separate question from whether there was collusion by an American campaign. But there's absolutely no doubt that Russia hacked us in 2016. That's been established by the consensus of every intelligence agency, all 17 of them, and a bipartisan Senate report that was led by Republicans. And it should have surprised nobody. It should have surprised nobody, and we shouldn't have resisted it because they said they did it. They bragged about it. And if you think about it and you step back and you don't politicize it like it has been sadly politicized, shouldn't we as Americans be very concerned about that? That a foreign power seeks to interfere in our elections. And you know, you can say that we've done it in other countries, and you can say that it might have been exaggerated, or you know, it had been used for political purposes. But the base question is, if we have a free and open system, Russia had two hacking schemes. One was they infiltrated our election machinery in all 50 states. Whether or not they changed votes, I don't know, and I don't care. The fact is, they were in our systems in all 50 states. That should concern people. The second scheme they had is they have this so-called troll farm, which was sending disinformation through social media, which was designed to influence Americans, to disturb Americans, to pit Americans against each other, and to create a false impression about the various candidates. So what are we going to do about that? How are we going to have a democracy which we own and we can rejoice in when others are meddling in it? And so since 2016, election infrastructure has been now added to the list of critical infrastructure with banking, water, financial, air traffic control, and all of our critical infrastructure. Paul Nakasone and others led this great effort, which, responded very strategically and chased some of the incoming in a way that I don't think we all fully understand, and it might not be good if I did for me to describe it, because it's important.
Yeah.
But I think that if we're going to get all of our information digitally, let's just say we need to do some cleanup in aisle 7.